What's up, it's your boy KC, how y'all doing? It's that time again, time for another top 10, and this top 10 is going to be my least favorite Dragon Ball characters. As always, this is my personal opinion, so if you happen to like someone that I put on this list, don't take it personal, it's just my personal opinion. Here we go. Coming in at number 10 is Gohan. And the reason why Gohan is this far down on the list is because Gohan had a couple of badass moments throughout the Dragon Ball Z series. Now, as a little kid, I'm talking about early before he became a fighter, I hated Gohan. He was the biggest crybaby I've ever seen in my life. That crying that he would do and the whining, that junk used to freaking make my ears bleed. Couldn't stand the kid. Then Piccolo trained him to become a fighter. He started to grow on me. Then we get to the Saiyan saga and he bitches out against Nappa and I hated him again. Then we get to the Namek saga where he starts kicking people's asses and even fights Frieza himself and he grew on me. Then we get to the whole point to where he becomes a Super Saiyan 2. And he kicks the shit out of the Cell Juniors and kills Cell and beats Bojack. I loved him then. And then my interest dropped once he got to the Great Saiyaman saga and he started dressing like a fucking idiot and doing all these ridiculous poses and all that shit, and I hated Gohan. I hated that whole thing. It was so fucking stupid. You know what I'm saying? Why couldn't this kid had just continued to train and be strong? You know what I'm saying? Once Gohan went to high school, he really sucked. And then he redeemed himself when he went up against the Bora, but he had a horrible fight against this guy. You know what I'm saying? Gohan should have been able to kill this man, but he was that rusty to where he got his ass whooped. Then he came back and became Ultimate Gohan, and he was up there fighting against Super Buu, and that was fucking awesome. I loved it. And then after that, he did nothing. Nothing. He didn't fight anymore. He lost his muscles. He got the dorky glasses like Steve Urkel. And it just shits me. I hate what they did with Gohan because he could have truly been a badass fighter. And that's why he's number 10. Coming in at number 9 is the woman who neutered Gohan in the first place and made him a little bitch. His mother, Chi-Chi. There is no other woman in this Dragon Ball universe that is more irritating than Chi-Chi is. All this woman seems to do is complain and yell, bitch and moan about every single thing throughout that whole entire series. And people jump on Goku because when he died the first time he stayed dead a year. He died the second time he stayed dead for 7 years. Can you blame him? If I had a wife like Chi-Chi, I would stay dead too. Because you gotta know that she makes Goku's life a living hell when he's in that house. You know what I'm saying? Let's look at this realistically. So Chi-Chi is number 9. Coming in at number 8 is Chiaotzu. Chiaotzu hasn't done anything of any significance since he was revived after Frieza was destroyed. The only memorable thing I can remember him doing is sacrificing himself to try to get rid of Nappa to save the world. That's the only thing that he did. After all that, he never fought the main villains because he was too weak, he was too insignificant, and that's why he's number 8. Number 7, we have Garlic Jr. You know the little shithead from Dead Zone and the filler episodes when Goku is off training on Yardrat? Yes, we have him. This guy has absolutely nothing that's redeeming about him. What is his special attack? He sends people to the Dead Zone. Whoop-de-fucking-do. I mean, Garlic Jr. does absolutely nothing for me. I don't give a shit about this character. Half of the time I forget he's even a Dragon Ball villain because he posed absolutely no threat to them. When you get destroyed by a little kid twice, Gohan beat him as a 4-year-old and then came back when Gohan was a little older and he still kicked his ass. What a freaking joke. So we got Garlic Jr. at number 7. Number 6, we have Emperor Pilaf. See, when Goku was a little kid back in Dragon Ball, Pilaf was his first major villain, and that's pretty much it. And there's a lot of reasons that I could throw out there to why I hate this guy, but I'm gonna throw you one major one for the Dragon Ball GT haters. Just like me, he was the reason why Goku was turned back into a little kid because he made the wish to turn an adult Goku back into a kid which ruined the whole series for me, among other things about that series that fucked it up. And that reason alone, this little Napoleon deserves a spot on this list. Number 5. What do you get when you take shit and cover Brock Lesnar from head to toe and you have him go out there in the alley and get his ass kicked by Barry Horowitz, Techno Team 2000, and Molly Holly? You get Bio Broly. How they could take someone that is so badass in the world of anime and they just make a big joke out of him is beyond me. Bio Broly absolutely sucks. He gets his ass kicked by Krillin, by Goten, by Trunks, and Android 18? This is the same dude that beat the shit out of 4 Super Saiyans and a Super Namek. What the hell happened? What the heck were these guys thinking when they made this movie? I'm not even gonna mention the fact that his weakness is water. Water, H2O, Mizu, Agua, whatever you wanna call it. This guy is so weak that he can't even take a damn bath. No wonder he's so damn shitty and dirty. Anyways, enough said. Bio Broly at number 5. Number 4, we have Android 19. This doofy looking robot was designed after a Japanese doll. Thank Kami, one of Toriyama's co-workers, told him that Android 19 and 20 looked ridiculous and looked stupid as hell. So Toriyama created 17 and 18 who look much cooler than these dumbasses. And let's get real, the only reason why he beat Goku was because Goku was suffering from the heart virus at that time, making his victory absolutely useless, and I was so glad to see Vegeta kick his ass and make his head roll like a bowling ball. So Android 19 is number 4. Number 3, we have Majin Buu. Now anybody that knows me knows that the Buu saga is my least favorite arc in the Dragon Ball Z series. Because by the time I got to that point in Dragon Ball Z, I felt like they were becoming more child friendly and child proof. Because you look at how Vegeta was killing people in the Saiyan saga and killing people in the Namek saga, and we go from that to a villain that turns people into food and eats them. You see what I'm talking about here? I can't stand Majin Buu. You know, because everything about him, I can't take him seriously. I cannot take this guy seriously as a major threat, a major villain, because he acts like a fucking child. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't like Majin Buu. He's at number 3. Number 2, his handler, Babidi. Does anybody else think that Babidi looks like a turd with eyes? I mean, seriously, this guy's voice annoys me so much that I have to turn the volume down to get through his parts. I can't stand him. I mean, seriously, I was happy to see Majin Buu take care of this guy. He punched his head clean off and then blasted his body. I was like, yes! Finally, I don't have to listen to this fool no more. The only reason why he's number 2 is because there's somebody else that I can't stand and I hate more than him. So Babidi's at number 2. Honorable mention. I gotta throw one out there. There's actually 2 of them. Goten. Goten is useless. I don't give a damn if he was able to turn into a Super Saiyan at an early age. He did dick. He didn't do nothing. All he did was cry like a little bitch. You know, when it came to Candy and when Videl yelled at him, I'm like, this kid sucks. I didn't like anything about Goten. The other honorable mention is Gotenks. This is another useless character that didn't do anything. He was so full of himself, he put ridiculous names for moves that every other Z character uses. Nothing special, just a stupid name. You name one thing that Gotenks has done since he was created. He didn't kill anybody. He had the chance to beat Super Buu, but he didn't. He just kept showing off and he got absorbed. After that, the next time you see him is in the Fusion Reborn movie where he killed a bunch of punks and Hitler's army. And then after that, he tries to go up against Beerus and gets spanked into unconsciousness. Powerful character, everyone. Yo, he didn't do shit. So, coming in at number 1, Kid Trunks. Has anybody ever been to the supermarket? I know everybody's seen this before. You see that one badass little kid that just annoys everybody and just acts up and shows off. and their parents just ignore it, and you wish that kid would get the ass whooping of a lifetime. That's what I think of when I see Kid Trunks. This little bastard needs to get his ass whooped. Vegeta just needs to spank this kid every now and then, because he's out there mooning people and flicking people off, and he thinks he's so cool. Ain't nothing cool about Kid Trunks. Future Trunks was cool. He was a badass. Kid Trunks does nothing for me. He just has an annoying voice. He can't really fight too much. Yo, and then by the time he gets older, he dresses all fruity and stuff, and I'm like, well, what happened? How is this the son of Vegeta? Now, Vegeta has his moments where he can get on my nerves too, but Vegeta never came off as an annoying character. He does what he has to do, and that's it. He's tough, he's rugged. Trunks is a pussy. Kid Trunks is a pussy. Yo, so that's my top 10. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you disagree with some of the characters I put on this list, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to check out my other content, and please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll check you out later. Peace.